Today we're reviewing the Sport Cub S from Horizon Hobby. Now the version we're looking at today is the ready-to-fly version, which includes everything in the box. Now there is a bind-and-fly version in case you already have a Spectrum transmitter, but this is a ready-to-fly version, and let's take a look at what's inside the box. Okay, and inside the box what you can see here is that you have the aircraft itself. It doesn't require any building or construction. There's no assembly required. You just put the battery in and you're ready to go. You have the transmitter, which is the MLP6 DSM transmitter. It's one of the smaller Spectrum DSMX transmitters. You have 4 AA batteries for the transmitter. You have the USB charger for the battery, so you can plug this into your computer and charge the battery, or you can use an AC USB adapter. And you also have the 1S 3.7 volt 150 milliamp hour battery. Now this battery is very similar to the kind of battery you find on something like the Nano QX, the Blade Nano QX. Now this box also becomes a very nice carrying case. It ensures that everything kind of sits in its place, and it's very easy to use this to transport your craft. So I'd really recommend keeping this box unless you have some other case to carry this around. It's a great case, very well thought out. In fact, they've even included 2 extra spaces for 2 extra batteries here. So in case you need 3 batteries, this slots in here to store your batteries. Very thoughtful. And guys, the manual that comes with this is extremely useful. They've actually put quite a bit of time and effort into writing this manual. It's very unlike the manuals you get with cheap Chinese RC products. Very helpful manual. Go ahead and read it before you go flying. Really helps. Now this is a very inexpensive entry-level trainer aircraft, and the best part about this aircraft is that it comes equipped with Horizon Hobby's SAFE system. Now this is a sensor-assisted flight envelope, and what this means is it controls the amount of pitch and roll in 3 different modes, starting from beginner, intermediate, to advanced mode. So there are 3 different modes, and in the beginner mode it helps you out. The sensors assist the way you fly. It makes it easy to take off, easy to land, and easy to keep the wings level. Now this is a relatively small plane. It has a wingspan of 24 inches and is about 16 inches long. Now the aircraft is slightly larger than the Horizon Hobby Champ and the Duet. Now the aircraft is set up as a tail dragger and has a steerable tail gear which is connected to the rudder. The plane is propelled by a brushed DC motor that powers the prop through a gear drive and has a 5-inch prop to push it forward. Now the Sport Cub has an all foam construction, and build quality is kind of similar to most entry-level aircraft. Parts seem to be easy to change out, and they're very readily available. You can actually get the motor and all the components, the wings, the tail wing, the fuselage, all those parts are easily and readily available. Everything seems pretty easy to change out or even repair. Now you can repair this aircraft with foam safe CA or clear tape. Now the fuselage sections are held together by clear tape, as you can see here. And if you take that tape apart, you can actually access all the electronics, including the motor, the control unit in there, and you can also access the actuators that power the elevator and rudder. Now all control surfaces on this plane are controlled using micro actuators and not typical servos. Now these micro actuators seem to be pretty delicate, but that's all you need for an aircraft of this size and loading. The front and rear landing gear wheels are really pretty tiny, so you need to be very careful when you land on grass. It's really advised to land on flat, hard surfaces like asphalt or even gravel, but try not to land on grass if you can. And if you do happen to land on grass, it's probably a good idea to flare the nose a little extra to bleed off all that lift and kind of get it to drop on the grass. Now one thing I would recommend you do before you go out and fly this is to put some clear tape on the elevator hinge, just to ensure that you can reinforce it a little more. There is a bit of tape on the bottom, but we really do recommend putting a little bit of tape on top. Now the battery installs into a open compartment right next to the landing gear on the bottom of the fuselage, and the battery is held in there with a piece of Velcro on the bottom that keeps it securely inside the compartment. There's also a pre-cut FPV slot on the top, and this accommodates Horizon Hobby's new FPV camera. The FPV camera that includes the transmitter and the camera itself. The wiring is done for you. So it's very easy to install that camera on top of this mount. Now, if you're interested in getting this camera for your plane, I'll leave a link to the camera below. Now, I've put a link to this plane in the description description below in case you're looking to buy one. And this brings me to the end of the pre-flight review of the Hobbyzone Sport Cub S. It's a great little plane that comes equipped with the SAFE system, which helps you learn. It's very inexpensive. All the replacement parts are very readily available. It's easy to repair and a great trainer plane. And it's small enough such that you can fly it in a small park or even in your backyard. Great little beginner plane. If you found this review useful, please hit that like button and subscribe to stay tuned for more reviews. Thanks for watching.